We have a voicemail number. That number is 219-2-David-P. This is so funny, guys. You know how I sometimes tell you there's a contingent of the left. I use the term revolutionary leftist or Stalinist, Leninist leftists. Some of you prefer more pejorative terms like tanky. I don't, it's not a term that I use. And I pointed out last week something that to most of you is now uncontroversial. There are leftists who play coy with and defend and sometimes straight up support, in the case of Maduro in Venezuela, these revolutionary, authoritarian type figures that claim to be left, but are really failures of leftism. Anyway, a caller really didn't like that. He says it doesn't exist. He's furious with me. Take a listen to this.
Did I just hear you correctly say that some people on the left are in favor of totalitarian regimes? Are you
They won't call them totalitarian regimes, but in the interests of claiming to be for socialism or against American imperialism, they will end up supporting those very things.
For real, David?
Yeah.
No, that's wrong. You're 110% wrong. That makes no sense at all.
What?
Some people on the left, like me, are against fighting with Russia because we don't like our imperialistic attitude.
That's a different issue. And as I've said, I literally addressed this. You can't just say, I'm against American imperialism, so we want to just say whatever Putin is doing is fine. You can condemn something Putin does while saying, I don't want the U.S. involved, for example. You can condemn the insanity of the Chavez-Maduro regimes in Venezuela while saying, I don't want the U.S. picking a leader. I don't want the U.S. pushing regime change. These folks get so triggered by this.
U.S. imperialistic attitude. That part that you said was correct, but not some people on the left are in favor of totalitarian regimes. That makes no sense.
Again, they would deny that they are authoritarian. And by the way, I did. The other thing is I didn't say totalitarian. I said authoritarian. So it's like, this is the perfect example of someone denying reality and misstating my position. But, you know, I'm used to it by now.
They're not leftists if they are. They're people on the right. Only rightists would be in favor of like that.
That's actually a really good point. I believe that a lot of these so-called leftists who say Putin's not bad and Bashar al-Assad's not bad and Maduro's not bad and Castro was fine. And that's my position is they're not really on the left. They insist that they are, but I would actually agree inadvertently with the caller. I don't think those folks are actually leftists. Anyway, that's a perfect example of what I've been telling you guys about. We've got a great bonus show for you today. We will talk about the believed frontrunners for Joe Biden's Supreme Court pick. We're going to talk about the hilarity that has developed with Glenn Youngkin's tip line to snitch on teachers. It's actually hilarious. And we will talk about problems with the child tax credit, in terms of it actually being distributed to people. We're going to talk about confusion around that and much more on today's bonus show. You can sign up at joinpakman.com to get instant access. We will see you then or on tomorrow's show.